Hi guys, it's Andrew at FloryPB, and now I'm going to do the operational video, or the manual video for this 2K2 board, the FloryPB 2K2 Gen 1, Gen 2 Classic Intimidator, and 2K2 Intimidator circuit board. I'm just going to pull the LED out so it's easier to see everything. In the install video, I showed you how to do it both with the membrane pad install, which is my preferred method, or with the supplied button that replaces the sliding switch. But since I'm setting my last configuration, I'll just do it with the button. Tuck that in there, and I'll leave the LED out like this. It's like the rest of my boards. You have a 4-pack of dip switches right here. Your first dip switch is anti-bolt stick. You don't really use it too much for this particular marker, but this is, you know, a matrix board basically. So that's why you have your first dip switch. You can flick it off, which is going to turn off your anti-bolt stick. Your second one is your eyes on and off default state. So what this means, if you have it on, your eyes are going to start on. If you turn it off, if you don't have eyes for some reason, you can turn the eyes off to start. The third one is your rate of fire cap. Just leave it on. Don't touch it, honestly. There's no reason to touch it. And then the fourth one is your tournament lock. So when it's up and on, you can program the marker. When you lock it, you're locking it for a tournament. You can check your battery level, but other than that, it's for a tournament lock. And besides that, it's the single button we're going to do here. So you turn it on with a push, and you're ready to go. There's the eye. Clear breach. Breach that has something in it. If the eyes don't see a gap, it's going to blink as a malfunction, telling you it's a malfunction until it clears. And once it clears, it will go back to its cycle. If there's nothing in the breach and you hold it, you'll get a forced shot where it'll try to force its way through. So that's the eye function. With the membrane pad, you can press the membrane pad to turn the eyes on and off, but with the button, you just do a quick press and the eyes turn off. Another quick press and the eyes turn back on. And if you put it in tournament lock and you held your trigger, this will turn into a battery state indicator. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 flashes, the battery is good. 4 is the best. 3 is, it's, you know, 3/4 of the way good. Half, it's, you know, half gone. It'll do that, and then you're ready to play. So I'm going to turn this back off. I'm going to turn this switch 4 back on. And we're going to programming mode now. So programming mode will hold the trigger, and we'll turn the marker on, and keep holding the trigger till the light cycles. Now we can let go. And now we have our light cycle. So we'll go to the first setting. This is green. Green is our dwell. It's set at 12 from out of the box, but you can change it if you wish. We'll go to the next setting by pressing the trigger. Red is our rate of fire, so this is set at 10. But you can set it up to 40. You can go down to 1 or up to 40 with it. Purple's next. This is our anti-mechanical bounce. If you're pulling the trigger slow, this mattered a lot more back in the day when the MPPL was around and you had, you know, semi. But this is the anti-mechanical bounce. If you're pulling the trigger really slow, you might start picking up some bounce. This is a way to eliminate that. Next, our teal setting. This is our ball and breach setting. We are changing this to a factory setting of 6 milliseconds. This is how long it waits after it sees the ball break. So once the ball breaks the eyes, this is how long it waits before it lets the bolt cycle. Next is yellow. This is our firing mode. There are 4 firing modes. You have semi, full auto, NXL, the real new NXL style, and then a traditional parabolic ramp as your 4 modes. Next we have white. This is our fractional balls per second, so you can sneak up to 10.5 as close as you want to get by 0.1. And finally we have blue, which is our debounce setting, which we have set at 8 milliseconds. You can bring it down to 1 and shoot stupid in semi if you want, but it's up to you. If we want to change a setting, let's go to fire mode. We hold the trigger, and when the light goes out, we can change our setting to whatever we want. I put 3. That's going to change us to our NXL mode. If you want to see what a setting is, keep holding the trigger and we'll flash it. 2, 3. And now you have to set it. So set it 2, we put it automatic. I want to put that back into ramp. 1, 2, 3. Puts it back in the NXL mode. And let's go to rate of fire. Say we want to change the rate of fire to 15. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We let it cycle. Now, one thing to be conscious of, because you have a selector switch, you have a switch to turn the marker on and off here. If you want to save these settings, you have to do it with the soft button or with the membrane pad first. You can't just turn it off. It won't save all the settings at that point. You have to turn it off like this with a button press, and that's going to let the board refresh itself to save the settings. Now we should be in 15 balls a second ramp. That's faster than 10. We'll just put that back to 10. And we put it back to 10 balls a second ramp. Turn it off, turn it on. And let's just be stupid. $20-something. So yeah, put that back down to 10. So that's how to use the new board. If you had your membrane pad installed, your front button would be your power. In this particular configuration, you can change it. And your rear is your eyes. Kind of hard to hold it that way. So, same configuration, just using the membrane pad instead of the button switch there. In that setup. Additional features. I have an additional page on this board of instructions. This mostly explains the button and the use of the button and how it's now a dual eye off system where you can use either button to turn the eyes off. This is a different 14-point harness. This is your main harness here. Something to point out. Your top two are these two here. Two in from the top. Okay. Focus. Okay. So two down from the top is your power in. In the board, I have it linked to these top two blank outs right here. So what you can do, if you have like a wasp solenoid or you know, a macnoid that you want to use, you could put a capacitor in using these two here and clip a capacitor in and have it sitting somewhere in the frame to use a higher powered noid, or if you're going to use it like a rainmaker or something like that, there's a provision to use a higher powered solenoid in it. Red's on top of red, black's on top of black for positive and negative. It's more of an advanced user thing, but it's an option that I find cool. So I included that in these boards so you can easily hook in a capacitor into the battery circuit to run a higher powered system as well with it. I think that's about everything covered on this. Let's double check. Yep. So that's our new board, our new manual, and all of the new features available to it. Thank you guys for watching. This is Andrew at FloryPB. If you have any questions, please let me know.